say do to break bread, a fake dead, a bit to hate that. 50 million, you died to make that middle. You vote for Trump, you see me outside when you know what's up. I ain't hearing no peace talk, ain't funny, no hee-haw. Like a Black Panther weak to the teeth, try me weak. Swear to God, I could have been Freddie Gray. Or Mike Brown get down with a homie and a half a. Let me buy Sandra Bland. Listen, boy, you're challenging with the running man. I would challenge with a hand. What you see before you, what they told you from nothing, man. Grand hustle over everything.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Breeze now on first down. Oh, a nice spin. He goes underneath to Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 47. Throwing on first down is Breeze. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And it's a second down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. On 2nd down, Kamara. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
From the gun on third down, Breeze. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Damon Harrison able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Now the rookie first-rounder from Penn State, Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Watch it now, Barney.
Lauletta on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They go play action here on first down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Tyler Davison breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Lauletta looking to throw on second down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Alvin Kamara really settling into the league in his second season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started at Alabama.
He did and got caught in that big mix of running backs at Bama. And they like those bigger, thicker runners, those guys who can break down defenses through the middle. Alvin Kamara ended up leaving Alabama, going to a junior college for a while. I believe he went to Hutchinson Junior College before matriculating at Tennessee and finding his way to the NFL, where he is now a star.
Now a pitch out to Kamara. Able to get away.
That's why he keeps the legs churning.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
21.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Flush. They can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison, in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The pitch goes to Barkley. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Leopard! Gun! All right, now, Lucky 56.
Here's Lauletta now on second. Over the middle to Smith. And he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, it's Lawletta. He's going to float this one deep right side. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Olivier Vernon in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Taking it about the 36. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. And now out come the Giants. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They begin with a run by Barkley, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Leopard! Leopard!
On 2nd down, here's Lawletta. Flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Demario Davis able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Out of the gun, Lawletta. He's going to look deep down the field, and that's caught inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down. Spectacular catch turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from a 3-and-out. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
From the gun, here's Lawletta. Finding room to the 20. throw left side, complete to Ingram. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. A good move. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board. And you remember pre-draft, there's a lot of speculation that the Giants should look for their future quarterback at number 2 with a great possibility. Remember, Sam Darnold from USC was still on the board, but they passed on him to take this runner, Saquon Barkley. And this is exactly why. They think he can extend the life of Eli Manning's career and give them 1,000-yard seasons year after year.
They haven't had a 1,000-yard season since 2012. Ahmad Bradshaw did it then. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Loletta to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Craig Robertson in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And Rosas puts this one through. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Olivier Vernon brings him down.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. And he's going to be out of bounds right at the 40. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first.
Here we go. 21.
Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Breeze now. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line.
Oh, boy, I know you felt that one. I know you felt that one.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout.
Here we go. 5-6.
Breeze now on 1st down. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, You enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Good set, good set, good set. 12.
Breeze to throw on second down. And now he'll tuck it and run. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Breeze going to try and throw on third down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will knot things up here late in the first half. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a play fake here on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and that'll bring up second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Back to the air, Lauletta on second down. There's the Penn State man, it's Chris Godwin. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Leopard! Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, Lauletta. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. On second down, here's Barkley. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. The Giants on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap to Lauletta. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coach. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, a combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Now Lawletta on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Here's a give to Barkley. Finding some room at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. And he goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Yeah, he was the first back taken in the draft. Ended up going number 2 to the Giants, and there was never a doubt that he would be the first runner off the board. We just saw why. His ability with the ball in his hands to turn a nice little gain into something big. He makes plays no matter how you get him the ball.
Lawletta looking for a first down throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Lawletta again here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Jamario Davis. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10, right at the 30. So after the INT, it's Breeze. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
On the ground, Kamara. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Saints on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Damon Harrison in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Pulled in at the 24. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Here's Lawletta. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. It's Lawlett off play action. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Lawlett, he'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Now here's Lawlett, escaping the pressure right. Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here we go. Hey,
They run it again with Kamara. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now. He's been terrific so far. This is fielded at the 27. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And the Giants ready to come out now. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
that's it, baby. Leopard! Gun!
Coming off play action, Lawlett. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Giants on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Lawlett. He's got a man. It's Mitchell. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. first time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through, picking up the first. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Lauletta looking to throw on 2nd down. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Demario Davis in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll fake the handoff. Now Lauletta. Looking downfield for Godwin. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The defensive rookie of the year, Marshawn Lattimore, there in coverage for New Orleans.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
A handoff, Barkley running left. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Again, it's Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Well, those Giant fans, you know that they love seeing Saquon Barkley wearing their jersey, but it's interesting. He actually grew up a Jets fan.
Yeah, I wonder what his dad was thinking. What Big Al was thinking on draft night. Had to be so happy for his son, but they grew up watching Jets games. Just sit together, watch it. In fact, Dad has a Jets tattoo. Okay, so that tells you about how much he loves that team. You think Saquon's going to fix that and make it a Giants tattoo?
Yeah, wants to make that a Giants tattoo. That family, though, they fully converted. They're supporting the G-Men. Yeah, maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. And they'll try the air now with Lauletta. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sideline, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
Get set, get set. 11, 21.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. That last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd.
95-56.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this will be caught at the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 53 yards. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Got it.
Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. That's caught. It's Thomas. And out of bounds just shy of the end zone at the 1. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Breeze going to sneak it. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Drew Brees with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-3. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
Hey, check. 3 now. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Leopard. Over.
Now Saquon Barkley. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Running left, it's Barkley. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Back to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. Give him 30 yards there. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
Watch him now, Barney.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Yeah, the Saints signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal. It's a quarterback sneak, and he is in. Touchdown, New York. Kyle Lauletta with time running out. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Breeze to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Quan Alexander.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Lauletta after the interception. He's going to air one out. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
He gets it to Thomas, and they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
First throw in overtime for Lauletta. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Alex Anzalone leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. The Giants on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is third down and 12.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Gone. Leopard, pass.
Back to throw, Lauletta. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The 13 yards that time and a first.
Leopard. Over.
Now it's Barkley. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Watch him now, Barney.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he stopped immediately there. In on the tackle, Alex Okafor. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive.
Detroit.
Lauletta to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Leopard. All right, now, lucky 56. Hot.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Giants on third down. Now, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This will be 3rd and 6. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Lauletta from the 50. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. Here's Riley Dixon now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. Throwing on first down is Breeze. And he'll let it fly in the direction again. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked by Darian Thompson. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. Barkley. A little juke. And a solid run down inside the 30. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Leopard! Watch it now, Barney!
This is Barkley, and this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Craig Robertson in on the stop.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here in OT.
Leopard! Over!
It's Barkley on the counter. Wasn't a ton of space, but a great move. He's able to work it to the 20-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And right now, it all rests on the right foot of Aldrick Rosas. And the Saints signal for another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. They'll run with Barkley. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see, and making it extra special. Not only did I get